We're looking for virality. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're looking at Caitlin Clark's ad being one of the more viral things we've seen in a long time. Like if you look at the Instagram post on Nike, as far as I'm aware, the Instagram post.
This Nike ad just hit different, and everyone in the WNBA knows it. 30 million Instagram views in 48 hours. That's not just viral, that's cultural event territory, and other players are watching this unfold knowing they've never come close to these numbers.
And the fact is that this is only in 2 days. It is the 27th. The reality is that you could be looking at upwards of 40-50 million views on this post.
Ever see someone in your industry get recognition that makes you question everything you've been doing? That's exactly what's playing out right now, as WNBA stars scroll through social media watching Clark's campaign blow up in ways they've only dreamed about.
Caitlin Clark's very first reveal. Since Caitlin Clark's very first reveal, 22.4 million views. Between the Caitlin Clark logo reveal and this Caitlin Clark video, the only Instagram videos from Nike that have more views.
Clark's shoe reveal just became sports marketing history in the making. 30 million views on Nike's Instagram in 2 days puts her in exclusive company with World Series champions and Olympic gold medalists. She's not even competing with other basketball players anymore. She's competing with the biggest moments in all of sports. Other WNBA stars aren't just behind, they're playing a completely different game with completely different rules.
Hey, Caitlin! Can you make it from there?
Hey, Caitlin, how about from here? Come on, guys.
Yeah, she can't make it from there. No chance.
Caitlin, conmigo, ¿vale? You got it. I'm not.
2 days in, and we're already looking at 50 million views across all platforms. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere you look. This thing is dominating feeds. Nike launches campaigns all the time, but this is cutting through noise in ways that even their biggest multi-athlete pushes don't achieve. Their winning isn't for everyone campaign, with multiple superstars across different sports peaked at 15 million views. Clark's shoe announcement doubled that in half the time.
From there!
From anywhere.
What makes this especially hard to watch for her competition is the investment disparity. Nike is throwing more promotional weight behind Clark's signature shoe than they put behind campaigns featuring entire rosters of established stars. Meanwhile, other players are getting logos that people are calling trash can designs online. The message from the brand is crystal clear about where they see the real value. The social media numbers expose something uncomfortable about women's basketball fandom. Plenty of players have hundreds of thousands of followers who create fan accounts and defend them in comment sections, but when games tip off, those same fans aren't actually tuning in. Clark's different because her online engagement translates directly to people watching actual basketball. When she plays, ratings spike. When she's out, viewership drops. That connection between digital buzz and real audience is worth hundreds of millions to leagues and sponsors. Remember when people said Clark only got attention because of media hype rather than genuine basketball talent? Those same critics are watching her generate the kind of fan engagement that actually shows up to games, while the players they claimed were the real stars performed in half-empty Olympic arenas. When Clark makes the next international roster, those venues will be packed with people planning trips just to see her play.
Even if 2024 was Clark's absolute peak of cultural relevance, her current level still towers over anything any women's basketball player has ever achieved. She could decline significantly from that high point and still be the biggest star in the sport by miles. That's what has to terrify everyone else. They're competing with post-peak Clark, and she's still pulling 30 million views on a commercial. This Nike partnership signals something bigger too. The brand really needs Clark right now, as they struggle against competitors, and they've identified her as someone who can actually move numbers commercially. Other players are grinding on social media trying to build personal brands and engage fans. Then Clark drops one ad and gets more engagement in 2 days than most get all year.
Women's sports stars are supposed to have advantages in social media savvy, being more accessible and willing to show personality online compared to male athletes. But Clark isn't even particularly active on these platforms, and she's still destroying everyone in engagement because her advantage happens on the court where people actually want to watch her play basketball. The stakes for the spring 2026 shoe launch just got massive. Nike set expectations incredibly high with this rollout, so even strong sales might look disappointing compared to the hype. But if this thing sells out immediately and generates 9-figure revenue like analysts predict, we're looking at a complete paradigm shift in how women's sports endorsements work. Clark generated 27% of the entire WNBA's economic impact in 2024 while only playing 13 games due to injury. One player created more than a quarter of the league's total value while missing significant time. Now she's about to launch a product expected to bring in generational wealth while her peers fight for salary increases of a few $1,000s. The international expansion piece adds another layer other players haven't reached. Clark's talking about visiting China to inspire young athletes there, while Nike positions her as a global ambassador for women's basketball. Having that kind of worldwide recognition opens revenue streams that don't exist if you're only known domestically. What's probably most frustrating for everyone else is that Clark isn't even trying to outshine her competition. She's just playing basketball and doing endorsement deals, and the natural market response is lapping everyone else in visibility and commercial success. It's not manufactured drama, it's just what happens when the market decides it values one player over everyone else by an enormous margin. The timing couldn't be more perfect for Nike or more brutal for everyone else. The shoe launches right as the 2026 season starts when Clark should be fully healthy and dominating again. Other players will be fighting for attention during a season where the entire marketing landscape gets consumed by the Clark shoe rollout. This 30 million view explosion in 48 hours isn't just good marketing, it's definitive proof that the gap between Clark and every other WNBA player in terms of marketability is massive and still growing. While other stars watch their own relevance shrink in real time, Clark just redefined what's possible in women's sports marketing.